synthesizing or synthesis of synchronous circuits. Why we are calling it synchronous? Because clock pulse will be given at a time. When clock pulse is given, only one single clock pulse is given, so to each flip-flop, right? Same clock pulse. That's why it is called as synchronized. And this is of synchronous circuit. So step one, we will see these steps in solving our numericals also. Two types of numericals we will see. So step one is your word statement. Whatever given in your problem, you have to first make it very clear, and it should be realizable with finite number of memory element. You have to see that it should be realized with finite state of memory element, and you should use less number of memories or less, so that less number of flip-flop will be required. This is step one. We will see again by solving examples. So step two is your state diagram. So state diagram corresponding to the word statement that you have set, you have to draw its state diagram. Step three is to draw the state table. We will see while solving all these steps how to draw the state table for given problem. Step 4 is reduced standard form. So this is also an important step. Whatever the redundancy is there in state table, like in example one we have solved in the previous class, you have to reduce that. If it is already in reduced form, you have to omit this step. Step number 5 is state assignment. And transition table. So whatever word statement that you have given, that will be in form of variables. In this state assignment form, you have to give it a binary representation. We will see again in the example. So next state is choose the type of flip-flop. And draw its excitation table. Step number 7. In this step number 6, if the flip-flop is already given or already mentioned in the problem that you have to utilize certain kind of a flip-flop, then you have no options. Otherwise, you can select any one of from the 4 flip-flop that we have seen. Right. Next step is K-map. You have to obtain the minimal expression using K-map. Step number 8 is realization. So these are the 8 different steps that you have to follow while solving any problem. So we will see all these steps while solving a problem. So what I will do is I will take one problem. So let us say the problem statement that you have given is you have to realize a serial binary adder. Suppose your problem statement is you have to realize a serial binary adder. So step number 1 is word statement. So you have to design an adder, or you have to realize an adder which adds two binary numbers. The binary numbers can be of any bit. It can be of 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit, or n bit, right? Let us suppose we are having a bit of strings. Let us suppose this is x1 and x2. It is having this number of bits such that the length of bits x1 and x2 are same. Let us suppose we are having 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Let us suppose we are having this kinds of bit. this number, and you have to add both the number. What is the problem statement? That you have to add and to get an output Z. This is a problem statement. How to proceed in this kind of a problem, right? Suppose if you are having, again, if let us suppose if you are having x1, y1, and z1. This is the first number, x2, y2, and z2. This is first number, and this is second number. You have to add both this number and get an output. So what is the way forward in this is that you can add them one by one, right? You can add z1, z2, y1, y2, and x1, x2, right? But the main thing important here is that the state of carry. Carry can be 0 or carry can be 1, right? This is only the two possibility. Either the carry can be 0 or carry can be 1. So these are the two possible states. You have to check these conditions. Carry can be 0, carry can be 1, carry can be 0, carry can be 1, carry can be 0, carry can be 1 in each of this case, right? Let us suppose this is an LSB and this is the first bit. So here carry is always 0. You can also see that. But in remaining or addition of the subsequent bits, the carry can be either 0 or 1. You do not know, right? At this point, you do not know because the number can be anything. So you can add Z1 and Z2, Y1 and Y2, X1 and X2 depending on the state of the carry. Carry can be 0 or carry can be 1, right? So we will see. So this is a word statement that we have seen. The addition can be done in two ways. The carry can be 0 or carry can be 1. We'll see state diagram. Only two states are possible for addition. Either the carry can be 0 or carry can be 1, right? Let A represent no carry state, no carry state, and B represents carry states. That means before addition you are having a carry, right? There are only two possible states. Either it can have carry or it cannot have carry. There are two possible states, A and B. A is when you are having carry, B is when you are not having carry, right? I will just make some space. Possible combinations. So there are two possible. So it can be 0, 0. The number can be 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. These are the four possible combinations that you can have. So if you are at state A, now see these are the four possible combinations, right? So if you are at state A means you are having no carry. And if the number are 0, 0, if you add them, if you add 0, 0, you will again get carry 0. 0 means it is in state A only, right? You can make, if you are giving an input 0, 0, it will have no carry and it will remain at state A with a, and what will be the sum? Sum will be 0, right? So this is the input you present and this is the output, and it will remaining on the present state only, that is with carries 0. Now again, if you are at carry, if you are state A, that means you are at no carry state, and if you are going to add 0, 1, now the number is 0, 1. So carry again will be, if you add 0 and 1, the sum will be 0 and carry will be, the sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. If you are having 0, 1 as your input, sum will be 1 and carry will be 0, right? If you are adding this 1, 0, again carry will be 0 in this case, 1, 0, output will be 1, right? And if you are adding this 1, 1, if you are adding 1, 1, 1 plus 1, you will have sum 0 and carry 1, right? It will make transition. Now it will go to state B. For 1, 1 input, it will go to state B and output will be 0. Why output will be 0? Because sum will be 0. Now consider you are at state B. State B means you are having a carry. Carry means you have to add a carry here, right? This is what does it means. You are at state B. We have seen all the conditions when you are state A. Now we will see conditions when you are state B. So check the first condition. When both the inputs are 0, 0, you are having a carry. 1 plus 0, 0, the sum, what sum you will be having sum as 1 and carry as 0, right? If you are having an input 0, 0, if you add this, so sum will be 1 and carry will be 0, right? Carry with 0 means it is transiting its state from B to A. So for 0, 0, input is 0, 0, output is 1, and it is going to state A again. Next, you will see for 0, 1, for 0, 1, sum will be 1 plus 1, sum will be 0, because it is already having one carry, and carry will be 1. Carry 1 means it is revolving in B state only. So for 0, 1. And what is the sum here? 0. Again, if you see for this case, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. So 1, 0 also, it is remaining on the same state and output. The last 1, 1, carry sum will be 1 and carry will be 1. For 1, 1, sum is 1 and carry is 1. And it is remaining on state B only. So I hope this is clear. Again, those who are not understood, I will just explain it again. You have to realize a serial ladder. Only two possible conditions can be there, A and B. A is you're having no carry. B is you're having carry, right? The possible combination of input 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, because you're having two binary numbers x1 and x2. Suppose you're at state A. State A means you're having no carry, right? This sum and this is carry. If you're having this, so sum will be 0, carry will be 0, sum will be 1, carry will be 0, sum will be 1, carry will be 0, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. So you have to represent its all these four different states. 0, 0, sum is 0, 0, 1, 0. And for last, you see the carry is 1. So carry is 1, that means it is going from A to B. So 1, 1 is the input, output is 0. Now next, when you are at state B, B means you are having a carry. And again, if you are having a carry, sum will be 0. Sorry. For this case, if you add these three, so sum will be 1, carry will be 0. If you add these three numbers, sum will be 0, carry will be 1. Sum will be 0, carry will be 1. So for first case, if the both the input is 0, carry is 0, so it is going from B to A. Rest all the cases are here 0, 1. 0. So this is a state diagram for serial ladder. Next, what we will see is its state table. State table that again we have seen in realizing memory. So it consists of past state, next state, and output. Right? Number of inputs are 0, 0. It can be 0, 0, it can be 0, 1, 1, and 1, 1. Two states are there, A and B. Right? A correspond to no carry, B correspond to carry. So if both the inputs are 0, next state will be A only. You can see from here, and output is 0. 0, 1 is the input. Next state is A only, and output is 1. Next state is A only, and output is 1. If both the inputs are 1, 1, you can see from here, both the inputs are 1, and it is present state is 1, it is going to B, output 0. Now you are at B. Present state input are 0 0. Check this one. You are at B, giving 0 0. So you will go to A with some 1. Right? If you are having 0 1, 0 1 is this condition. You are remaining at B and output is 0. Output is 0. B. This is the state table. Next we have to check the step 4 is reduced form of a state table. So you can check both of these rows, they are having no common terms. So the machine is already in reduced form. So we do not have to worry about this step number 4. Next state is step number 5. The assignment and transition table. Right, you are having two states only, A and B. So assign the number A is equal to 0 binary number and B is equal to 1. Right, assign the binary number A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. And with this, you have to again draw the state table. Number 5, that is state assignment. Let you assign A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. It represents state. Next state, now draw. Input can be 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 1. Present state can be 0 because A and B. So if both the inputs are 0, it will remain in state A. We have seen the state A correspond to 0, and if the input is 0 1, remain on state A. 1 0, it will remain on state A. For 1 1, it will remain on state B. It will move to state B. Similarly, you can draw for write for this also. I'm writing the output. We have already time. This is the transition and output table that you have to draw. Next step number 6. In step number 6, you have to choose the flip-flop and form its excitation table. Let us suppose select a D flip-flop, because it is easy to select a D flip-flop. So draw the excitation table. That is present state, input, next state, D input to D flip-flop, and output. Present state, let us represent by small y. Input represented x1 and x2. Next state represented by capital Y, represented by D, and output represented by Z. Okay, present state can be 0, input can be 0 0 0 1 1 0 1. Present state can be 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Right. So both the states are 0. We have seen. So next state, that is will be next state will be 0. Here next state will be 0, because if you add both of them, carry will be 0 0. Next state will be 1. Next state will be 0 here, will be 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And output, you have to represent the output means the sum term. So if you add 0 0, it will be 0 0 1, it will be 1 1 0, it will be 1 1 1. If you will add, it will be 0 0 1 0 0 1. And what is corresponding input to the D flip flop you have to give depending upon this values. So if what input to D flip flop you will give to get output is 0, This is the corresponding input that you have to provide to the D flip-flop in order to get the next state as shown in the table. Right? So this is your step number 6. Next step what you have to do is you have to draw its key map. So we will draw its key map quickly. Step number 7. Key map. You have to obtain the expression for D and you have to obtain the expression for Z. This is a 3-variable key map, in which the first variable is Qt, or Qt is what you have represented as Y. Then write here Y, and input are x1 and x2. Right? 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. For Y, right now I will fill it for D flip-flop. Input to D flip-flop, it is 1. 1, you can see it is 1 at 4. So sorry, 3. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is 1 at 3, 5, 6, and 7, right? So 1 at 3, 5, 6, and 7. So this is for D flip-flop. I have to pair them. So pairing is done like this. D flip-flop expression will be Y x1 plus Y x2 x1 x2. This will be the expression that you will get. Fill for Z Y x1 x2. Check for Z condition. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So it is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So it is 1 at 1, 1 at 2, 1 at 4, and 1 at 7. Right? So now you have to group it. Since no one is having a neighboring element, you will group it individually. And if you will group them, the reduced expression you will get this kind of a condition we have already seen in K-map. So this will be x1 XOR with x2 XOR with y. So this is the expression for z, and this is the expression for d and z. So this is d correspond to your memory element, and z is the output, right? So we will draw its logic diagram. That is step number 8. I will again write the expression for t. It is yx1 plus yx2 plus x1 x2, and z it is y XOR with x1 XOR x2, right? But suppose you are having two numbers x1 and x2 here. You are having a D flip-flop here. This is your D flip-flop. Output of D flip-flop y and y bar, right? What is the what is going in the D is x1 XOR with y bar, x2 XOR with y again. How you can show it is like this, and then they are going to an OR gate, and after OR gate it is going here to give it a clock pulse. So this is the input to D, and what is Z? XOR you will represent it this way. This is x1 XOR x2. Give provide a y here also. This is y. This will be x1 XOR x2 XOR y correspond to z. So this is a complete logic diagram for serial binary adder.